7 days of intense breathwork and cold exposure. This will be interesting. This practice is known as the Wim Hof method, created by the Iceman himself, Wim Hof, a Dutch athlete who has been known to climb mountains in his boxers and really push what we know about the human body. It's made up of 3 parts: cold exposure, breathwork, and commitment. And knowing me, I love to push myself out of my comfort zone. So I thought, why not try it? And before we jump right in, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, my name's Mike, and we're all about exploring how to become the healthiest versions of ourselves. All right, let's jump right in. So for starters, let's talk about what the heck is the Wim Hof method and why am I doing it in the first place? So let's catch everyone up to speed by doing a quick demonstration. So first we have the breathwork, which you can use the app or you can do a guided session on YouTube. There's a ton of them, and it's gonna be 30 hyperventilations, and you wanna focus on not actually letting out all of the air during the session. Then on the last breath, you're gonna let everything out completely and try to hold as long as possible. And keep in mind when you're doing the practice, you might experience some temperature changes and some stimuli throughout your body. Wim says that this is all normal, so don't worry too much about it. And then we do a recovery breath where we breathe in slowly, hold for 10 seconds, and then breathe out slowly. Then we'll repeat this 2, 3, or 4 times. Next, we have cold showers, and these are simply just cold showers. Just turn on the water, and I personally recommend fully committing. I know some people go from hot to cold, but it can be really hard to muster up the courage to do that when you're in such a comfortable state. I really just recommend go right for the cold. So a lot of you might be thinking, all right, sure, Mike, why the heck are you doing this? This is crazy. I truly believe that to grow, we need to push ourselves out of our comfort zones. And a lot of us are very privileged, at least speaking for myself. We don't really have to work too hard for a lot of the things we want. So if I can do little things throughout my day to actually push my boundaries of what I know is possible, it becomes easier for me in other scenarios which I find to be quite stressful or scary. For example, from doing cold showers, we're now training our mitochondria through this idea of hormesis, which is small amounts of stress on the body can help us come back stronger in the future. Or we can see improvements in our lung capacity. I personally checked out my Oura Ring data and saw that my respiration rate went down a full breath per minute, which was pretty cool to see. I'm not 100% sure if it's linked to this specific practice. I have also been doing other breath work as well, so I don't know, but it's just nice to see. And not to mention, there are a bunch of other benefits that we can see, like better energy, improved sleep, and the list goes on and on. And then to give Wim and his method a bit of credit, he's really invested in the scientific research and literature around this stuff, and he's always trying to move that forward and provide that for all of us. All right, I'm gonna pause the video here for 1 second. If you guys are enjoying the video so far, please be sure to like and subscribe down below. All right, let's keep going. All right, so let's jump into my results after doing this for 7 days. And I wanna remind you that this is not medical advice and this can be dangerous. So please do your own research if you decide to do this. Relative to the cold showers, they were the toughest part by far. Like just the idea of getting into the shower, turning it cold, and the first 15 seconds sucked. And then it gets easier as time went by. All right, so this is the first day. It's day 2. It's day 5. It's day 7, and I'm about to do the cold shower component. That was the hardest one. Times 1,000. Oh, I'm glad. We did it though. Made it through the 7 days and got in that cold shower. I'm also someone that believes that, okay, we don't need to punish ourselves and completely take heat away from our body. I think we definitely should be pushing ourselves, but I don't want to torture myself by literally taking away nice hot showers for a period of time. I don't see why I would do that. I think just more so adding in that cold component is the best way to kind of approach all this. Also, there's gonna be some purists out there that are gonna tell me, hey, you didn't do cold showers only. You added in hot showers as well. I'm a firm believer in pushing myself out of my comfort zone. But I think if we can avoid torturing ourselves as much as possible and kind of avoid that pain, I don't see why we wouldn't do it. So like, I still wanna get the best of both worlds, but I still wanna do my cold showers. And then talking about my breath retention experience, my longest hold was 3 minutes and 31 seconds, and my average per set was 2 minutes and 28 over the 7 days. Also, I realized I was pushing myself too hard on the first couple of days, so I started to dial back a little bit because I was experiencing things like ringing in my ears, a sensation that my lips were puckering when they really weren't, and a bunch of temperature changes on my body. So if this happens to you, be sure to also dial it back a little bit. You don't gotta push so hard. And then also I wanna throw in this little warning here. Again, take it all slow, and you don't gotta be like me and push yourself like crazy. I had this really weird experience 2 weeks ago where I was doing breath retention sets and then going right into a contrast shower, not just a cold shower. So that means I would go from hot to cold, and that's just a bit more stress on the body. Anyways, I ended up going into shock, and I just basically completely blanked. I felt like I was dreaming, and I literally have no idea how long I was there, but I just completely disassociated from the real world that I was in, and it was like I was fully in my head. At some point, I came back and I was just leaning against the wall in the cold water, shivering. So that was pretty freaking scary. I didn't end up doing cold showers or anything like that for a couple days after that, but I talked with a friend about this and realized that I don't have to be specifically turned off by that specific combination, but just more so being mindful that I don't have to push myself so much, and contrast showers and long breath holds are probably not a go-to for me. All right, so what's next for me? So after doing this experiment, I've already continued this practice throughout my morning routine. I really love the cold component, and also between work blocks, I sometimes throw in a quick cold shower to wake me up instead of using caffeine. And then this whole kind of love for cold thermogenesis has resulted in doing a polar plunge with a couple friends. That was a really interesting experience. We jumped into the Baltic Sea and stayed in there for a couple minutes. I have no idea how long we were in there for, but all I can tell you is my toes were so freaking cold and I couldn't feel them at all. Also, the coolest thing is there was a ton of people doing this. I thought we were gonna be the only ones, but there was like at least 40 people all doing this, so I was in good company. All right, that's it. I hope you guys enjoy that. If you're interested in more content like this, be sure to check out my desk setup here. That's all about maximizing our comfort, trying to make things as ergonomic as possible. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.